this program is made possible by a grant from the Arkansas Department of Parks and Tourism.
An Arkansas summer brings out the kid in us all. The state is transformed into a toy box of fun, with each region adding its own amusements. A look inside reveals a place in South Arkansas where childhood toys become larger than life.
I was originally a model railroader. I thought, well, why play with a little train when I can play with a big train?
George Ivy can't get enough of trains. As a conductor for the Reeder Railroad, he rides the rails of this steam-driven beauty every weekend from June through August.
I guess if you drain the blood, it'd be trains coming out instead of blood. It's because it's in there. At one time, I'd say nearly every family in the United States had somebody in their immediate family or kin to somebody that worked for the railroad, but it's no longer true in this age. Kids up till where they quit playing dolls and playing with boys, they like to ride trains, and then it skips till they get married and have a little one that they want to take back and see an old choo-choo train.
But this isn't an ordinary train. This is a real piece of history. The Possum Trot Line is the oldest all-steam standard gauge railroad company operating in North America. Its wailing whistle and clattering wheels lure train buffs from near and far. Filmmakers have also been drawn to this one-of-a-kind operation. Scenes from a 10-hour television miniseries, The North and the South, were filmed here. The star-studded cast included Johnny Cash, Kirstie Alley, and Patrick Swayze.
Every girl was thinking where they sit, and they said, Patrick Swayze sit right here. No, he sit over here. That's always the hard part, trying to find the spot where Patrick Swayze sat.
Originally a logging railroad, the Possum Trot Line also carried oil, gravel, and passengers. Today, this 1907 locomotive chugs its way 3 miles down the track from Reeder to Adams Crossing. Here, passengers disembark to assist in an amazing feat, reversing a 50-ton steam engine.
The road, like an hour, I guess, and we got down there, and it was like a bridge, and the track just like turns around, so you don't back up or anything, it just turns around, and it's pretty neat.
On special runs, outlaws rob the train and stage a shootout for some good old-fashioned fun.
I like the train robbery, and to me, the conductors made the ride because they got good personalities, you know, and they come around talking to everybody instead of just sitting up there running the train. I really like them.
It's something like if you've never ridden a train before, it's like a real experience.
I think it's a good heritage. I think the more railroad is kept in business, the better it's going to be. Youngsters need the experience.
It's fascinating to think that people were so interested in what they did when they built these engines that they put all they had into them, and they're still operating like a Swiss watch.
When summer begins to sizzle in the Ouachitas, A skip across a blue water lake helps cool it all down. Lake Ouachita, the region's largest, shimmers like an enormous jewel set in the deep green forests of the Ouachita Mountains. The lake is 30 miles long and covers over 40,000 acres. Plenty of elbow room to make a big splash. For those with a sense of adventure, the southeast end of the lake offers something unusual. A trail, not for hiking, but for boating. The Ouachita Geofloat Trail is like a big treasure hunt, with yellow buoys marking finds along the way. By following a map in the trail booklet, available at the Visitors Center, boaters solve the mystery of how these curious rock formations came to be.
We're now at Stop H of the Geofloat Trail. This is called Checkerboard Point. It's probably the premier stop on the trail itself. A lot of people accuse the Corps of laying in some riprap there, but that's not the Corps' work, that's Mother Nature's work. Again, we see the Blakely Mountain sandstone, and now we can see the effects of the intense folding and faulting that occurred during the mountain building processes. Originally, that was a flat-lying solid bed of sandstone, but during these unique forces that interacted on this rock, it broke it perpendicular to the way the bed is running, up and down.
Since its opening in 1978, the Ouachita Geofloat Trail has been a trendsetter. It was the nation's first boating trail and the first water-based trail accepted in the National Trail System.
Behind us we have the largest island on Lake Ouachita. It's called Island 41, and a very popular camping spot for our visitors here. The reason it's a very popular spot is the natural beaches. This particular rock is called the Big Fork Chert. It's an early Ordovician deposit made of alternating layers of chert as well as clay. When Mother Nature's wave actions knocks up against it, it breaks it up into a real small sand-type substance, and it makes a fine natural beach. As thousands of years takes place, this island probably will be reduced to more or less a rubble pile due to the wave action. But for right now, it makes a very nice place to camp here on Lake Ouachita.
The 16-mile path takes about 90 minutes to complete, much faster than hiking the distance, and cooler too. Over 300 million years in the making, these unusual rock formations are ready for discovery.
She's a real bold person. I guess that's how she expresses herself, with bold colors.
She has equated her colors very well.
Although Little Rock's Arkansas Art Center is known for its outstanding permanent collection of drawings and paintings, work by a new group of artists has created quite a stir.
I just love to see their expression. They're very, very expressive and free with their drawing. It just excites me.
Meet the budding artists at work.
Her name is Emily Jones, and she's 3 years old.
Emily, along with Micah and Michelle, are experiencing art firsthand through one of the classes offered at the Art Center's Museum School. Under the watchful eye of instructor Kathy Lindsay, they create their own masterpieces.
It's called Hands On for 2- and 3-year-olds. It is a lot of fun. I think they enjoy it.
As a working mother, it's very seldom that I really have a chance just to sit down for an hour and interact with my child and work with him on doing things like this, because most of the stuff he does is at daycare.
And as far as her shapes and everything, she's very good with that now, you know, so I have believed that the classes have enriched her as far as that's concerned.
Michelle has a baby sister, and this is just giving us a special time to interact, just the two of us.
Parents eager to have their children try all the art classes need to enroll them at a young age. Director David Balin sees that the schedule stays full.
We have a foundations course for each age level. I mean, the 2 to 3-year-olds will have like a creative arts workshop, and then they'll move to hands-on, and then they'll get more individual types of materials. If they decide that they like sculpture more than painting, then they'll go into the sculpture area.
We're making silly stuff.
It's a sculpture, basically. We work with all different materials. Before that, what did we do? Last week we worked with wood for 2-3 weeks.
Could you get me a paper towel?
Next week, hopefully, we're gonna do paper mache.
It's just fun to work with. It's fun because it's super creative. A peacock mouse. It has feathers and stuff, and it has ears like a mouse. My name's Steve Field, and this is my yellow spotted bobcat. What it is it's like kind of like a bear, but I call it a rainbow monster.
You can rub the texture, and then maybe you can draw some. Come back in and draw on there too.
It's fun and interesting to see different ways to draw.
Oh, not that hard. I mean, you don't really have to concentrate or anything. Not like long division.
The fun doesn't stop with classes for teens. Adults can choose from a wide range of courses, too.
We have studios in woodworking, jewelry, enamel, glass blowing, pottery, drawing and painting. I mean, we have it here, photography, printmaking. It's an incredible studio space, and it offers classes to about 3,000 students a year.
It's real good art lessons, and it's worth what you pay for.
Buddy's getting tired now, and we can bring him on up. Always have your hand wet before you reach out to pick one up. Go. Very nice fish. Set him back and let him fight again. Well, the water is indeed cool here, if there's any question about that.
Standing hip-deep in the cold, rushing waters of the Spring River is Skip Halterman's idea of a good time. Each cast is a hope the river will surrender one more prized rainbow trout.
The Spring River being a spring-born stream, it has a very rich aquatic habitat with mayflies and caddisflies, stoneflies, minnows and crayfish, and a nice fish here and there. Oh, he got off. Try to get him again. There are so many things about it I like, and I've done it all my life. This makes nearly 40 years of fly fishing for me. I don't suppose I will ever lose the joy of hooking a nice fish. And the most important thing for me, I think, in fly fishing is being out here. It's not the how bigs or the how manys, or being able to go back home and brag about having caught such and such number of fish. But I think it's just the beauty of everything that's here. If you're observant and you're watching, it wouldn't matter how many years you had to do this, you'll never see everything there is to see, or you're never going to catch every fish there is to catch. And it's truly a way of life, a lifetime endeavor.
The secret of great fishing on this river can be traced upstream to a spot near the Arkansas-Missouri border. 70 feet beneath the surface of this tranquil little pond, one of the world's largest springs releases a torrent of water. Each hour, 9 million gallons gushes from a subterranean passage into the depths of this pool at Mammoth Spring State Park. While the pond's calm surface hides the spring's constant flow, evidence of the enormous quantity being released can be viewed just south of the Tourist Information Center. A steady wall of water thunders over this 1888 dam, built originally to mill grain and later used to generate power. Springs are common throughout this region, The fractured rocks of the Ozark Mountains are honeycombed with underground waterways. Towns were often established around these water sources and named for their springs. Water cascading over the dam at Mammoth Spring feeds the source of the Spring River. The cold 58-degree water is not only great for trout, but also for people seeking relief from hot summer days. Les Nance brought his family from Memphis to a campground on the river's edge.
Well, we just enjoy the river and the rapids, canoeing, and we're really enjoying the tubes, the inner tube float. We have 6 children and 11 grandchildren, and some of their friends. It was about 13 campsites, and we just had a grand time. And it's nice for the whole family to be together.
The railroad went through. They advertised in Europe for people to come here to the Promised Land, you know, and they came over and settled on this mountains.
This is the Promised Land found by Eugene Post's ancestors in 1800. The fertile Arkansas River Valley, nestled against forested mountains, reminded Post's great-grandparents of their German and Swiss homeland. They bought land near the town of Altus and raised both food and families in the customs of their native land.
I don't know that they had particular skills in the winemaking brought with them. It was a commonplace to do that in Europe, and they were used to having wine and beer, and when they came here, they more or less had to supply themselves. Started out making some and giving it away and making more and selling it. The longer it went, the more they turned it into a business.
In 1956, that business became Mount Bethel Winery. Time-honored traditions continue as they have for the past century. Long rows of grapes grow in the family's vineyard atop St. Mary's Mountain. In August, the family begins harvesting the ripe fruits, snipping and packing each box by hand. A truck has replaced the mules and wagon once used to carry grapes. When loaded, Post heads down the winding road from the vineyards to his home and winery at the foot of the mountain.
And this is the curve where you lose a stack of grapes if you haven't got them stacked right.
Along the way, he passes 2 other well-known wineries. Wiedeker's, Arkansas's largest, which sells their award-winning label nationally, and Post Winery, owned by Eugene's younger brother, Matthew.
And right here, my brother operates this winery, Post Winery.
Although these wineries are larger than Mount Bethel, Eugene feels his operation carries its own distinction.
I guess it's the traditional methods of handling the grapes and fermenting the wine. It hasn't yielded to the mechanized process except for the bottling end of it.
After the grapes are cooled, they are conveyed to a crusher where the whole grape cluster is squeezed, then dropped into a huge redwood tank. The batch is weighted down with a press and yeast added. Time and experience tells Eugene when the grapes have fermented long enough. The finished wine is then piped to a bottling area.
I grew up in the business, and it's something you grow up in and don't shake off easily. I like it. It's interesting. It's a way of life, I guess.
All 8 of Post's children grew up working in the family business. As adults, they still return to help pick and process the grapes.
A lot of times I'll do this work on weekends just on purpose that I can have them here to help.
Memories of the early days float off the pages of a diary kept by one of the children.
Let's see, this is July the 26th, 1977. We cut 307 boxes of golden muscat.
Daddy got stung.
And
it did again while crushing.
On the same finger.
Daddy won the most stung contest that year.
Mommy finished the year with a perfect record
on
meals by unanimous vote.
Peggy Post still cooks meals for her family at the 1888 homestead. She also serves customers samples of their product in the tasting room and answers questions about the wines they sell. One question still to be answered is, who will keep the family business going?
That crystal ball's a little cloudy. All of my immediate children have professions of their own. Now they could be turn out to be one of the grandchildren get interested and carry on the tradition. More likely, that's it.
Late summer song greets early morning light on Lake Chicot. Great egrets flap their way across the sky as fishermen motor to their favorite spots. Lake Chicot looks like the picture of health. Wildlife abound in and around the water. Beautiful homes rim the lake's edge, and people enjoy a variety of water sports.
I'm a native of Drew County, Arkansas, just west of here, one of the adjoining counties west of here. And when I was in high school, I learned to ski in Lake Chicot, and I also did a lot of fishing. It was great at that time.
Robert Pennington remembers good times on Lake Chicot, but he also recalls when things started to change. What happened to Lake Chicot is part of its remarkable history. 500 years ago, Lake Chicot wasn't a lake at all. It was a bend in the Mississippi River. Over time, the bend was cut off and became a 20-mile-long oxbow lake, the country's largest. Farmers discovered the area's rich soil and began clearing trees.
And as more land was cleared and put into agriculture, then the turbidity of the water increased during the heavy rain runoffs. And it began in the latter 50s, but in the early to latter 60s is when the problem really became apparent that they was going to have to do something or try to do something.
When all seemed hopeless, a rescue mission was planned. A dam was built and a huge pumping station constructed. 4 years after startup, water quality improved so dramatically the dam was opened and the lake became whole again.
I tell the kids, you know, it used to be the Mississippi River, and you know, it's a mile wide. How deep do you think the lake is? And they always say 100 feet or something like that, but it's only around 15 feet in the channel in most places.
Naturalist Don Simons is among many happy to see the lake's health restored. In late summer, he treats Lake Chicot State Park visitors to sunset barge tours. Along the way, Simons keeps his sharp eye on wildlife.
Well, there's a kingbird overhead.
Part of the trip includes a visit to a night roost for several hundred great egrets. The birds look like oversized tree ornaments as they flap about trying to find an open branch. Soon they'll settle in for the night, protected in their rookery.
Most of these birds are great egrets. At one time, they were pretty scarce. People used to hunt them just for the feathers to put in ladies' hats. The Audubon Society kind of developed on the fight against that, and That's their symbol of the Audubon Society, the great egret. And now their numbers are quite plentiful, as you can see out there.
Egrets roosting on the lake are another sign of the water's renewed health. Wildlife and people have returned to find Lake Chicot a safe haven once more.
My favorite thing in summer to do is play baseball.
Well, I really enjoy summer. There's just so many things to do.
I like to travel. Swim and fish.
Play tennis. We have 5 kids, so we pack them in a car and head to the lake. It's a blast.
Anything that has to do with the outdoors.
I like going camping.
We don't go to school in the summer. Yeah.
For more information on how you can enjoy the natural state, call this toll-free number or write to Arkansas Department of Parks and Tourism, 1 Capitol Mall, Little Rock, Arkansas, 72201.